If you have replaced your windshield on this type of vehicle, this is a 2025 Honda CR-V. If you have replaced your windshield on it and now you're trying to figure out how to calibrate the camera to complete the job, you're watching the right video because that's what we're going to talk about today. En este video vamos a hablar de cómo se calibra la cámara de este windshield después de que has cambiado se ha reemplazado el windshield y hay que calibrar la cámara. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to set the equipment on this vehicle, which it's going to be the clamps in the back. We're going to set the targets on the frame, and then we're going to identify the vehicle. Let's head to the back. So clamps we're going to be using today are this. That's for the right side. That's for the passenger side. Es la que vamos a ocupar en el lado del pasajero, el clamp del lado del pasajero. Y del lado del driver, vamos a ocupar la otra, esta. So we got both of them, passenger and driver side. Remember, the position is to be at 12 o'clock, plus minus 8 degrees, okay? But always try to set it on 0, at your 12 o'clock mark. So siempre se ponen en 0 aproximadamente como a las 12 en punto, para que queden bien derechas, okay? Next step, we're gonna set the frame. To be able to do that, we're gonna start by resetting the frame. Remember, it's got some adjustments that we had to modify every time we set it up to a vehicle. So before we do anything else, so we gotta reset it back to 0. That's what Alex is doing right now. Recuerden que siempre hay que resetear este frame a 0 antes de empezar a trabajar, porque siempre lo modificamos a la hora de calibrar algún vehículo. The targets that we're going to be using today, this thing calls for Charlie Sam Charlie 0601-08. That's what we have, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the targets that we're going to be using. Esos son los targets que vamos a ocupar. Let me see that. Show me that. Okay. It's a little bit bigger than the one we usually use for Hondas. Okay. And let me check the number. The other one ends on 03. This one ends on 08. So make sure you pay attention to that. It's not the same one. This one's a little bit bigger. So este es un poquito más grande que ocupamos siempre para el Honda. Este termina en 08 y este termina en 03. El tamaño es diferente, ¿ok? So hay que poner atención a eso.
Y poner el izquierdo en el izquierdo, el derecho en el izquierdo, porque hay veces que muchas personas piensan que, como ven el carro de otro lado, piensan que que tiene otro lado, pero el carro siempre tiene como uno, nomás un izquierdo y un derecho.
So which one's right?
Pero hay que acomodarlo. El derecho que va a ser todo el tiempo del carro va a ser el de este lado.
So,
derecho de este lado.
How do you have them?
Y fíjate ahorita lo que les estoy diciendo y me está pasando para que vean.
Yeah, so you just keep an eye on that. The right one goes on the passenger side and the left one goes on the driver's side, okay? So when we talk about left or right, we're talking about the vehicle. So the left side of the vehicle is always going to be on the driver's side and the passenger side is going to be your right side. Lado derecho siempre va a ser el lado del pasajero, el lado izquierdo siempre va a ser el lado del chofer, okay? So we have our targets set up. We're going to click OK.
Ahí te está diciendo la distancia que
tienes. The distance, we have talked about that in the past, okay? So we clear there. So ya hemos hablado de eso en el pasado. Vamos a proseguir. Esos son los requerimientos que se ocupan para el vehículo. Recordemos siempre suspensión original, llantas originales, llenado las llantas bien como van, todos los fluidos a nivel, carro vacío, nadie adentro, y esos son los requerimientos del vehículo. So as we discussed this before, suspension and tires needs to be stock, original. Tires should be inflated to the proper PSI. Full tank gas if you have an engine, internal combustion engine. If you have a hybrid, doesn't matter. If you have a full electric, it's not a difference, but if you have a hybrid with a fuel tank, it needs to be full, okay? So we're just gonna continue with the calibration. And as we said before, those steps are specific for this frame. So we're just gonna click and go to the next step. So those are the clamps that we need to install on the tires. Esos son los clamps que necesitamos que poner en las llantas. And we're setting up the cameras to the frame. We have to connect the frame to the cameras. Cameras, I'm talking about that right there. The end on the frame. There's one right there. There's another one right here next to the target. And there's another one over there on the other end, right there, okay? So now what we can do is measure the distance between the front axle and the frame. To be able to do that, we're gonna install the measuring device. And the measuring device is gonna be that right there. We're gonna set it in the front axle. Okay, and then we're gonna go, I'll move to your right. There you go. So once it identifies the target and it gets the measurement, we don't have any use for it anymore, so we're just gonna take it out of the picture. So una vez que identifica la medida, ya no necesitamos, so lo vamos a quitar, lo vamos a poner por allá. And we're gonna continue. Those parameters, those are to position the frame in front of the vehicle, okay? Can you record that, Alex?
You want to record this?
Yeah, record that. So
from here?
Yeah, from there. Just exit out. Click this. There you go. Go back. There you go. So I can put that on the video. So we're gonna position the frame. We have to acquire the distance, the offset, and the angle, okay? So that's the distance. I'm gonna show you today what we mean when I said the offset and the angle, okay? So wait. So when I talk about the angle, I'm talking about this angle from the beam related to the car. Move it. Okay, so that's the angle, okay? Set it to 0. Over there on the screen.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah. So we're gonna set the angle. Good.
There.
Yeah. And when I talk about the offset, it's this movement right here. Move it to the left or to the right. More. A lot more. Okay. Now set it to 0. Okay. We did a video explaining all that, just in case you didn't watch it. That's what I mean by that. Okay, we're gonna leave everything as close to 0 as possible. Good?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna click next. Vamos a clicar next. Espérame un poquito. So, otra cosa ahí, cuando me refería al ángulo, es al movimiento axial del travesaño en referencia al vehículo, ¿ok? El otro movimiento, cuando se habla del offset, me estoy refiriendo al movimiento de izquierda a derecha del travesaño en referencia al vehículo, a eso me refiero. Voy a hacer otro video hablando de eso porque a veces preguntan de eso en los comentarios. Voy a hacer otro video para recordarles, o voy a ver en cuál video fue que hablamos de eso para ponerlo ahí en el link. So, what are we doing now?
Ahorita le voy a dar el pitch angle.
El pitch angle, ok. El pitch, hagan de cuenta que es como si tuvieran un tubo y lo estuvieran girando, y ese movimiento que hace es como si lo tuvieran en una mesa, y ese movimiento que hace de izquierda a derecha, ese es el pitch del frame. So we're talking about the pitch. No, that's a roll up. What? Let me see that.
The one that I do is the pitch. The roll is going to be on this side.
So el roll angle es el que les digo de.
Go like this.
No, that's the offset. Okay. So vamos a completar el pitch y el roll. So we're talking about the roll and the pitch. We're gonna leave them on 0, or as close as we can to it. As long as it's in green, you'll be able to move on to the next step.
So los voy a acomodar a 630.
Okay, so the next measurement is gonna be the distance from the center to the right and left, which is 630 millimeters or 24.8 inches. Okay, that's from the center of the vehicle to the left and right of the vehicle. We have a ruler on the frame, so it's easier to do. I'm just gonna show you this one. Let me see if I can. All right. Well, hopefully you can see that. Is it on 630? What is it on?
630 right there.
630 right there?
Yeah.
Okay, let me bring it close a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. I know it's not the right angle, but let's continue. So, I'm running out of memory on this thing.
So aquí la vamos a poner para que solo agarre la altura que ocupa.
So we need to set the height on it. Vamos a setear la altura. And that's the height on it, okay? What else?
We're going to go next.
We're gonna click next.
Okay.
So when you get this message on this particular tool, this particular setup, it means that it's about to start calibration. Did you turn off the laser? No laser, right?
No laser.
Okay, no laser. So let me move over there. Let me move over to the right. So we're gonna command the calibration from here. And we're gonna click OK. Vamos a comandar la calibración desde aquí. Y ese es el resultado. So we're gonna take a screenshot on that? Okay. So that's confirmation of the calibration, okay? As you can see, everything is about setting it up the proper way. And if there is no issues, it should calibrate. If you set it up the proper way, you double check, you triple check, and your calibration doesn't pass, make sure that your targets are the right ones, that the proper size, the camera is properly installed on your windshield. Sometimes we get failed calibrations because the windshield is an aftermarket unit that has a bracket that it's misaligned. There is different variations, but usually when you get a good quality windshield and everything is in order, this calibration passes just like it did on this video, okay? Lo que estoy mencionando es que cuando tienen un parabrisas de buena calidad, usualmente no hay contratiempo, pero si tiene algún contratiempo, chequeen 1, 2 o 3 veces sus medidas, chequeen sus targets, que sean de la medida, que sean de la distancia. De ahí chequeen su cámara, que esté bien sentada en el parabrisas. Chequen que el bracket esté bien sentado en el parabrisas, que no haya gaps alrededor. Y si todo eso chequea, lo más probable es que el problema sea que el parabrisas sea de mala calidad o que el bracket esté instalado incorrectamente o esté de alguna manera doblado o defectuoso. So this has been a video about calibrating the multi-purpose camera on this 2025 Honda CR-V. If you have replaced your windshield, that's a step that you need to complete in order to complete the job, okay? Thanks for watching. Share the video. If you want to learn about ADIS, there is more videos on the channel, okay? We're trying to grow the channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. If you want to be part of them, make sure you hit that subscribe button, okay? Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.